Let's start the game here.
It's too late, I guess.
It's too late. He's crazy already. We got Handlock versus Miracle Rogue. One of our favorite matchups, actually, since both decks are pretty strong.
Told you.
But both decks depend on a rather okay draw sometimes. My favorite matchup of the day is still Via. Just wrecking in the end with his Miracle Rogue, where he just came back.
Yeah.
So happy. Maybe we're going to see something like this again. Underdog draw and then still winning.
I'm really surprised that we haven't seen, like, druids today. Like, only, I think, 2 or 3.
Well, only 2 or 3 is already a lot. We haven't seen mages at all, so...
No paladin.
Yeah. So we got a Twilight Drake for Wampie, Molten Giant, Soulfire. That's a rather okay start for Esosek. Well, double preparation and backstab. The main problem is, yes, good hand if you have an auctioneer and if it's turn 5, but pre-turn 5, well, that rather sucks.
That's true.
Especially, what is he going to do against a Twilight Drake? So there will be a Twilight Drake.
There will be tears.
Yeah. Tears.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Tears of joy on Wampie's side. Tears of pain on Esosek's.
Card draw for Esosek. Assassin's Blade, Deadly Poison, so there the fun begins.
Assassin's Blade, Deadly Poison is so important against the handlock. That's like, if you don't have an Assassin's Blade when you play against the handlock as a Miracle Rogue, it's so much harder. Like, I can't even explain how much harder it is.
It's just crazy Blade Flurry potential. If you face, like, the Ancient Watchers have 5 HP, and you can just Blade Flurry them away. And that's just the biggest value of the Assassin's Blade. And obviously, those giants drop on 3 HP. Okay, there's a Conceal. Where's the Auctioneer? He just needs an Auctioneer now. If he plays a Deadly Poison, well, that's okay to clear the minion. Next turn, he can deal 3 more damage and then play the Assassin's Blade. There's another Deadly Poison in his deck.
Yes, but
yeah,
yeah.
You strongly disagree with...
well, the thing is, he had to do something, so it was the correct play, but it hurts to see it.
He could have backstabbed and just killed it with his 1 attack.
Yes, but he wants to keep the backstab for the card draw. Right now, he has no options. He's really desperate. Like, he needs the Auctioneer soon.
I would bring my enemy down by 3 now. And
I would sap.
No, why sap? Just wait for a taunt. You can always wait for the taunt. You don't need to sap right away. If he taunts and then you sap, he just wasted a sap. So, not really wasted, but you know what I mean?
It's actually true. That was a stupid play, I said.
Oh, and now he's going to taunt up those 2 Ancient Watchers, and then you really want to sap those.
Then you want to Blade Flurry.
Yeah.
With Deadly Poison.
With Deadly Poison. Well, there's an SI7 agent, but his hand is super sad. He can go backstab, eviscerate, and then just kill him with his weapon, for example, if he wants to kill the Twilight Drake. Could also, play SI7 agent additionally, just for some more damage. But that SI7 agent, he would just go face damage with that, and well, that's never still good. Can sub that one, but then it begins that he's screwed. Or is he just going to start killing those? That would turn out pretty good for him. I mean, you want to kill him with a Blade Flurry, but if you don't have a Blade Flurry and you're not getting an Auctioneer, in the end, the best thing to do, just get rid of those big minions. Yeah, he's setting up for a Blade Flurry here, but he has none.
Yeah, but it's super smart because Wampie is now thinking, okay, why would he do that if he had no Blade Flurry? I guess that's what I would think.
Oh, you would maybe think your enemy is a madman and he's just dropping some stuff. Soulfire and Siphon Soul gone.
That's good.
Yeah, there's a Deadly Poison, but still the Blade Flurry is missing. That would be so much value. He can backstab Eviscerate the one Ancient Watcher and Deadly Poison down the other Ancient Watcher. I guess that's what you're going to do, but it hurts so much.
I think he's just gonna end his turn.
You might, okay, you don't need to Deadly Poison it down since it cannot attack anyways.
It can't attack, that's the first thing. And secondly, like...
Would you play Deadly Poison still?
No. No, I would keep it.
I mean, even if you draw an Auctioneer next turn, you got already 2 preparations, you got 1 concealed, so you can play 2 spells at least, even without the Deadly Poison. And you could use the Deadly Poison now just to have it out, just to use that 1 mana point.
No.
So yeah, you don't need to. and you can draw more cards.
It's just like one more card, and I don't really need it right now. Okay, he decides to tank the damage.
He's down to 14, and that's...
I think that is mad, because if there would have been Leroy...
Soulfire is already GG.
Leroy Soulfire, Leroy Powerwhelming, it's just immediately over. For no, like... There was no concrete reason why you had to kill the Watcher right now.
That hand is really strong from Wampie. He just has the Soulfire, Faceless Manipulator.
Well, I told you Wampie is a beast.
There's a sap, but but Esosek has a really sad draw, we have to admit. He had the Assassin's Blade, he can bring him down to 13. That will just pop out a Molten Giant. He has a sap. Yeah, but use sapping, but not killing. Double preparation without an Auctioneer.
Well,
that's just doom.
Esosek just had an Atosis draw. You just lose with it.
Mountain Giant, Molten Giant, Twilight Drakes. He can play Molten plus Faceless. Just get 2 8/8 out, and then it's just over. If there's no, well, even with a Leroy top deck, there would only be 11 damage. So Leroy wouldn't use him anything by now. And that's just sad if you consider you really want to win with Leroy. And there's an SI7 agent, so what could he do? Nothing.
Concede.
Yeah, concede. He can deal 7 damage, and that's not going to work. So, first win for Wampie with Handlock. Esosek didn't get a Blade Flurry, didn't get an Auctioneer, had 2 preparations. No use for them.
No, not all. That was just like, not even fun to watch, I think.
Not even fun to watch.
Like, I want Wampie to win, but it's just like hitting kids. You don't do that.
Wampie lost, so the first game already gone for him. He needs to win the next one, or his team is completely out. We got everything prepared here.
Yep.
Then we're ready to go. Let's start the game.
And we have Control Warrior versus Handlock. And the past showed that Control Warrior has a decent shot.
Control Warrior absolutely has a chance to win the game here, but he needs, well, he needs a Shield Slam early, he needs an Execute or the Big Game Hunter. So there are some cards he really needs to have. Shield Slam,
Shield
though.
Slam, that's good.
And he has a coin, that's really important. He's the player going second, and therefore we will not see anything super annoying.
Not
Past,
coin, Twilight or something like that.
And you're not going to see turn 2 Watcher just because you can. You got the coin, you got more cards.
Yeah.
And that's like what I think is really good and important.
So Wampie probably has a Watcher because he was taking so long to decide whether or not to life tap.
Yeah, and this...
Oh, nice. Perfect.
This game is, again, only from one point of view. But that's like no player fault. It's a production problem. We will fix that for the next time. And we cannot blame this on players. That's the sad part. And he got the Big Game Hunter.
This is getting better and better.
Yeah, but I wouldn't shield block here. He didn't need to. He can still shield block later, just armor up.
Why not?
It's a perfect use of 3 mana, but you always want to go like 5 mana and 1/3 instantly. And if you can use your passive over a card, especially with so many options in your hand. So he has Big Game Hunter, he has Shield Slam, he has enough. And he can go that surprise armor. If your enemy would burn down your armor now, for example with the Giant Soulfire, I saw that happening and it hurts. You lose your surprise 7 armor in 1 turn. What are you going to do now? If you're not killing him, you just use your shield block, and that's what I dislike. So he silences next turn. He burns down your armor.
Just gonna coin out Azure.
Yeah, you could coin out Azure or slam Fury War Axe.
Nah, you wanna slam when you have your Azure out.
Yeah, when a slam or cleave when you have your Azure out.
That's some serious damage.
Yeah, but like never lose 1 point of armor. That just hurts so much.
Yeah, that's true.
And if he silences and soul fires, that's just gonna hurt so much. So he trades and he heals up. Well, you can whirlwind slam cleave, and everything is clear. So you whirlwind, slam the Ancient Watcher, and then just cleave. That's actually the perfect move to do for Esosek.
Wow.
He just clears the complete board, and he still has Big Game Hunter. He still has the Shield Slam in hand.
7 armor.
Yeah, 7 armor, weapon, Faceless Manipulator. So many cards to kill the enemy with. And, well, Azure Drake still, for just card draw and armor up further. That's like a really good and perfect hand for him. If there's an 8/8 giant, so he can play his Azure Drake and Shield Slam, since +1 spell damage on the Shield Slam.
You should definitely do that. No, don't.
Well,
don't.
he can Big Game Hunter. The advantage is if you Shield Slam, you use your armor before you lose it.
First of all, you use your armor before you lose it. Second of all, you get a bigger minion that is more potent, and you can keep your play with Faceless and Big Game Hunter.
Or Faceless Woe and Execute.
Or
There's
something like that, yeah.
But I agree with you there. It's just better. He has a Kurkan in his hand and Ragnaros, so that hand looks really good for Esosek, and we might be able to pull off a win here. Siphon Soul, eating a Siphon Soul is absolutely fine.
It's awesome.
I mean, that was just a Twilight Drake. You can say it like this. And you still have Ragnaros, you still have Grumash, you still have Alexstrada. There's so many cards you want a Siphon Soul.
Ooh, well, that might be a bit slow, how I would play it.
I would have played, if I play...
Acolyte, Fury, War X, armor up. Just get more armor. If you draw your second Shield Slam, it's just insta-kill.
Well, the advantage of this play is he can just deal 15 damage next turn.
Yep.
No, that's quite crazy if he goes for Ragnaros. Hellfire even helps him. So with Ragnaros, he can deal 11 damage. Well, he won't, but he can. And there's just that Acolyte of Pain for card draw. Acolyte of Pain Armorsmith would be a possible play now. Also Ragnaros, but you would bring him down to 7. And the problem is if you bring him down to 7 now, you have no follow-up to kill. So you have no Gorehowl in your hand. Yeah, you have Woe and Execute.
Okay.
The problem is you bring him down to 7, and then you don't have Grumash. You don't have Gorehowl. You don't have like another Kurkan. Just nothing to follow up in his face. And that's what is the problem about now going for so hard damage. That feels like better.
You would have dropped him down to 7, right?
Yeah.
And then next turn, what would have happened?
If he plays double giant,
Molten Giants, Defender of Argus.
And you can, if you want to copy
maybe
one,
Big Game Hunter.
If you want to copy one, you can only.
You can copy one, or like if he doesn't kill, I agree, it's risky. But if he doesn't kill your Ragnaros, you just go Faceless Ragnaros.
Yeah, absolutely. If he's not killing it, but there's still Siphon Soul. They're like double Soulfire won't happen.
That one's easy.
So now he can face this Big Game Hunter, and I think just patience pays out. Patience. You do not need to go like crazy rush, like we wanted sometimes. You can just take your time. He's down to 12. If he life taps, he's down to 10. You got Ragnaros. He can always deal 8 damage, and he can also kill a giant. And I think that's always the advantage. If you play Ragnaros, you want to do the 8 damage in the face or to a minion. And if you hit the minion, just big value since you just killed another giant. And there are only limited amount of giants. There are only 4 and 2 Twilight Drakes.
5 with Faceless.
Yeah, there's the 5th one, and it's even golden. But he only silences it, so that one is not dead. Well, that's like... It's going to be an Execute, for example. We might see Taskmaster Execute. And if you drop your Geddon, you would bring him down on 2 HP. For example. You can trade Aldo. Or that's an okay play, but now I would trade. You need to trade with the other giant, or he's just gonna Shadow Flame that.
Yeah.
I think the play is good. The only bad thing about it, you don't have a trigger for Execute. So you just used your Taskmaster. You don't have a Whirlwind. You don't have a Slam.
He has a Taskmaster to attack.
Yeah. Just consider both minions like Leroy, Shadow, Leroy, Power Overwhelming, Shadow Flame. Like I just dislike the fact you having an Execute but not having an enabler.
Yep.
But as you say, if Ragnaros dies, there's still the 2/2 on the board, and you can kill everything with it. There's Leroy. Don't tell me he has it now. That would be ridiculous. Power Overwhelming, but no Soulfire. So no Soulfire. That's a good thing.
Well, then it's over. GG.
It's 4 damage on the board.
No, it's not. Wait.
Yeah, I don't know where you're seeing over. You were just like...
Nah, I was just like, it's over. Nah, it's not.
You were just spamming it's over. He can deal 6 damage if he wants to. He can just play his Acolyte of Pain, draw more cards. I would maybe just drop my Acolyte and do 4 damage.
Yeah. Taskmaster, see what you get.
Oh, he can get a weapon. That would be really strong. Kurkan, that's 8 damage. And with Geddon, next turn he would win. So just drop everything.
And it also denies Wampie the life tap potential.
And he cannot life tap, and he cannot go Hellfire. That would just kill himself. So you get a really nice board out. If we see a Shadow Flame on whatever minion, he plays an Earthen Ring and Shadow Flame. Oh, that would be annoying. But you get Gorehowl. You get Kurmash.
No trigger though.
Yeah. The 4 damage still, bringing him down to 1, and then you have just Geddon left for that 2 damage potential in the end. I see Wampie getting wrecked here by Esosek.
And we will most likely. Yeah, well played.
I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, well played. That 0-2, that's like 1-1 now between Esosek and Wampie. The hand is okay, but you really want to have Fury Warx early.
Yeah.
If you get it, you can kill... Oh, you can kill Harvest Golems, you can kill the Spirit Wolves, the First Spirits.
I think you could even get rid of the Slam.
I would
Go
just
for the X.
Go for the weapon, go for the Weaponsmith. They're like 2 drop would be good, to go for Acolyte of Pain. They're like better drop than this. You can slam something, but you're not gonna kill something with your slam. So you really need the Fiery Warx early on.
Nope, doesn't get it.
Well, if you see his hand now, his last hand looked better in terms of doing something, but it was absolutely necessary to redraw.
Yeah, and this one gives him a lot of draw as well.
But okay, he has an Acolyte of Pain, which might get Earthshocked. That Gorehowl is sad, and Wampie can just establish a crazy board here, and that's when Control Warrior goes into a disadvantage. When the enemy is able to throw out more and more and more minions, totems, you have 1 Brawl, you have 1 Geddon, but that's it.
If you run that Brawl. Not everyone is running it.
Yeah, we have seen the Geddon, so that one is obvious, but we haven't seen the Brawl. I agree there. They're Ferrous Spirits, that's pretty nice.
Wow.
Would you, like, I was thinking about
No.
denying the complete card draw by hexing, but that's just so overreacted. You want to have the hex for other stuff. Big Game Hunter, they're like really useless stuff.
Completely useless what he does.
Well, that Whirlwind is cool for turn 6 Whirlwind, and then turn 7
he has to
Geddon.
keep it. Don't play it. Don't play it.
Why not? It's a possible thing to do. You just drop low. If your enemy gets a healing totem, then you're screwed. So turn 6 and turn 7 follow up, or just do the turn 8 Geddon Whirlwind, but you need to survive until turn 8. And that looks at the moment hard for Esosek, especially with the Doomhammer.
Armor up.
If you can armor up and still Whirlwind, you can also execute if you wish to.
He could potentially execute. I would sort of agree. Whirlwind to lose his minion.
That Big Game Hunter is actually okay to play. It's a 4-2 minion. And, whoa, yeah, it needs to get killed. He might run in his 2-3. Just to, wow, that healing totem. Value. So he can kill the 1-1. And I would actually do it with a minion that has HP and not gonna lose the Divine Shield. And then his minions get healed up. And that's super valuable. But I think he should have attacked with the other 2-3 into the Acolyte of Pain. And then both 2-3s would be 2-3s again.
Yeah.
So that was just slight misplay. Nothing hard.
Tiny misplay.
Well, now they're... Okay, you could Whirlwind, but you kind of want to wait for your Zudrake, actually. Yeah. So I might have waited that 1 turn for the Zudrake and then go crazy. Just drop your Kokona lead. Unbound Yeti Doomhammer.
Unbound totem.
Yeah, you want to get your Unbound out, and you can kill the 4-1, and your Unbound is safe, and you get a Taunt totem. Though this is just perfect. Really nice hand for Wampie.
It's so silent.
The
no music.
The biggest problem is your Geddon is 1 turn too late. The Wolf will be a 2-3 again, and then you're screwed. What are you gonna do here? A Zudrake? But you wanted to have a Zudrake Whirlwind in that 1 turn.
He has to just somehow clear stuff, so it hurts, but go for the execute.
Yeah.
Next turn, you want to like hope that your Azure Drake survives and then go for a Whirlwind, trade against the Unbound.
But those Argent commanders are just going to wreck the minions away. But some nice value, Geddon. Geddon will kill 3 minions now. Well, 1 minion, 2 totems. And that's just a really nice thing to happen here. Well, it will get killed by Doomhammer, maybe. Not sure. Or just Hex. The problem is, you could Doomhammer Lightning Storm, for example, and your minion gets buffed high, but the Lightning Storm needs to hit for that. I guess in the end, Hex and Yeti is just the better way.
So much safer.
Yeah, but you get a 2-2 now. Your enemy has Gorehowl, Grimash. Maybe we're going to see the Krakon lead. Well, I guess Gorehowl would be one of the better plays now. You could go Ragnaros, but if Ragnaros hits the face, and then it gets hexed, you just did 8 damage for no value. He's down to 20, but he has 2 minions on the board, just hexes, and you're not getting past them too. So Gorehowl or Krakon lead. But I prefer the Gorehowl.
Gorehowl.
Yeah, and next turn he can just Krakon lead the 2-2. If it's not getting buffed up by the Doomhammer, which is most likely going to happen. And even Lava Burst. Well, how much damage could that be? That would be 4 and 9 plus 4. That would be 13 damage he could deal now. So if he plays Doomhammer plus 1 for his minion.
Wait, it's 4, 5, 4, 13. Yeah.
And that's quite a good amount of damage he could deal with a Lava Burst and the Doomhammer. But he can still do it. That's a big advantage. He deals 6 damage now, and next turn, that's just 9 damage in his hand.
And there's no taunt whatsoever.
But I guess I would have played the Doomhammer, Totem, and Argent Squire. You would deal 1 damage more. And if your minion dies now, yeah, you haven't made use of his buffing up potential.
Doesn't matter, you have 9 damage anyways. 9. Not 9.
Yeah,
1.
but like in total, if he goes for shield block, for example, and is wrecking your board, I would just say it feels better. So, for example, Esosek could play his Krakon lead.
But that way, if he draws, for example, Fire Elemental.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you would have been overloaded. You would only be able to play 5 mana next turn.
Now I just wanted to play the Doomhammer, not Doomhammer and Lava Burst.
Okay,
Just to deal those 4 damage, and next turn another 4. So you would have dealt 8 in total with the weapon, and you would have just that plus 1 damage extra. You will not get if your minion dies now. He will be able, most likely, to win anyways, but it just feels like a slight better play.
Yeah.
We might see from Esosek now what could he do. So he can kill the 2-2, but I wouldn't do it with my weapon. I would play Krakon, go for the Taskmaster, ping the 6-2, armor up, and shoot it away. It feels in total slightly better. He needs to armor up. Absolutely. Would he, like, if he played it my way around, he wouldn't have taken a damage point. But still, long term, he would be dead with that hand.
Wow.
Even a Lightning Bolt, so that's Doomhammer, Lava Burst, and Lightning Bolt. Plus, he doesn't even need Doomhammer. He has a Lightning Bolt plus Totem. So Wampie wins in the end for his team, and we're going to see a final showdown. That's the first final showdown this week. Well, that's the first 2 teams, so not so many games were played. Nice. Wampie winning here. Pretty convincingly, so